I want to make sure that we can send this out to everyone that wasn't able to attend the call today. So again, officially welcome to all of you. This is Tara Donato, Senior Manager of Agent Engagement here. And I am so thrilled that you're joining us today for our third quarter Agent All Hands meeting. Now, I want to let you know who else is on the call today with me, who is also very excited to be speaking with you, and that I am so excited to have here. And they're two fantastic gentlemen, Keith Lineback, the CEO of Liveops, and also Greg Hanover, the COO of Liveops. We've got the two top dogs here from Liveops, along with me, to talk to you about all the things that have been going on with the business, and most importantly, so you can do the planning for your own businesses and figure out how to be even more successful. So I want to make sure I can move the slide forward here. I apologize, give me 1 second. Rachel, can you throw the controls over to me so I can advance the slide? Other people have joined as well, that's fine. And then Keith and Greg can hear their intro. So then officially welcome, so everybody is here now. Again, I'm Tara Donato, Senior Manager of Agent Engagement, and we have along with us today, which I'm thrilled about, also to present for you, is Keith Lineback, Keith, our CEO, and also Greg Hanover, our COO. So we've got the two top dogs here from Liveops to talk to all of you about how we can just give you all the information and tools that you can use to make your businesses as successful as possible, because that is what we all want, for you all to be very busy, making money, and happy to be a part of the Liveops Nation. So I'm going to, a couple things that I want to say right off the bat. First of all, thank you so much for being here. We know how valuable your time is, so we really appreciate that you're here with us. Also, I want to let you know that we are going to be recording this call, so we're going to send it out afterwards. So in case you miss a piece of it or you want to hear something again, you will have an opportunity to do that. And then last of all, we did send out a poll a few weeks ago so that you could submit questions ahead of time. And Keith and Greg, towards the end of this call, are going to go through those questions and answers so you can hear them. If you have questions throughout the session, you can, of course, be submitting them as well via chat. We have someone from our team, Melanie and Derdeo, who's going to be watching chat for us. But those questions are not going to be addressed during the live Q&A, just because we want to make sure that Keith and Greg are able to give you all the relevant information, and we can get back to you with questions that come up with chat after the message. So without further ado, Rachel, can you just hand me the controls so I can make sure I can advance at least actually just go to the next slide for me, and then you guys can keep the controls for now.
Okay, well, I can
that would be better.
Controls at any point if you'd like, but here we go.
Perfect. Okay, so I want to let you all know how the meeting is going to unfold. So the first thing we're going to do is, you can go ahead and move forward. Thanks. The state of the business from Keith and Greg. They're going to update all of you on the different parts of the business so you can hear where we are in a bunch of different processes, policies, etc. Then I'm going to give you an update about agent engagement and all things related to the community of your partnership or being part of the Liveops Nation. From there, we'll touch on agent anniversaries with a lot of great things to celebrate today. After that, move right on to agent awards that so many of you were involved in picking. So I'm really thrilled for that piece. Then, last but not least, move on to the question and answer portion of our meeting. So now I'm going to pass it over to our fabulous CEO, Keith. The floor is all yours, and him and Greg will go take you through the state of the business.
Okay, thanks, Tara. Thanks to all of our awesome agents that have joined us on the call today. I know that we're scheduled for an hour, and we've got 24 slides and 46 questions, so we're not going to go through all the material. We will send the answers to these questions out to you separately because the answers are hopefully more thoughtful than what we can try to rush through, but we will get through what we can. So in the state of the business, we wanted to share with you overall what's going on with the various opportunities from a sales perspective and opportunities for you to earn. The second is around talent acquisition and agent readiness and the work that we're doing there. Also related to learning and the launch of that, how we're enriching the overall agent experience so that we make this a great experience for you guys, at least the best that we can. How you have opportunities to grow your business. And then we thought we'd share with you the roadmap that is on the list of things that we're rolling out. Just give you a really clear view of here's what we've heard from you, and here's what we are hopefully we're able to deliver for you. Not hopefully, when we will be delivering, what it looks like through 2017. We'll continue to keep you updated on this. So let's talk about the opportunities. You can share both of these, Rach. So in our opportunities, we've spent a lot of time, money, a pretty significant investment for us, as I had shared previously, around our sales and marketing efforts. And those are paying dividends now. We're excited about the additional customers that we've added, expansion of some existing business, and even more excited about the pipeline of business that we expect to close this quarter and through the rest of 2017. This investment is paying off, and I'll share a little bit more about that. The new liveops.com website has also been launched, and hopefully you've had a chance to see that. If not, I certainly encourage you to go check it out. It's a great new site. We're excited to have it live. We've got some really interesting metrics on the increase in activity around the site, and I'll share those with you as well. So from a new business perspective, these are some of the customers that we've added so far this year, and we're excited to have them as customers. We're also seeing some really significant expansion in some of our business, probably the largest, which is around HONK, which is roadside assistance. So really excited by the progress that we're seeing. Just as a point of reference, through Q2, so ending June, we've sold about 6 times the amount of business that we sold in all of 2016. So we also have about 10x the pipeline of business that we had when we closed out the year. So this is some evidence of that, and because these sales cycles are a little bit longer than what you might expect, some of these things will close. Some of the new business in that pipeline will close in Q3, and I'm excited for the opportunity at the end of Q3 to share an update with you on how well we did. So the website is live, and this is a snapshot from it. We've seen a tremendous amount of increased activity since the site's been launched. I think the organic traffic is up 6x. The amount of time spent on site is about 7x what it was previously. And the site is actually generating leads for new business for us to go pursue, for our outside sales organization to pursue, which is a material improvement as well. So really excited to have a chance to relaunch this. It's more than just a website. This is part of our overall relaunch of the business. And so I'm spending a lot of time with the analyst community as well as in media through our public relations firm to help get the message out. And the message is Liveops is back. We have spent a lot of time in trying to commercialize a technology platform. All that has been spun off. We've kind of rebuilding and have relaunched the business. In addition to that, we have a new product offering, which we're pretty excited about. What's called Skill Builder, which takes the distance learning platform that y'all are using and makes it available as a separate offering as well. So lots of happening on the brand of Liveops, the message to the marketplace, our offerings, and a tremendous amount of traction in the marketplace.
All right, great. This is Greg. We're going to talk a little bit about talent acquisition and agent readiness, and also touch on what's happening within the distance learning department. in launch management. So lots happening in this area. I'll hit on a few of the key things, and this was probably near and dear to a lot of you having gone through the application process to become part of Liveops Nation. We are in the process, and actually tomorrow is a big day for us. We're launching a new background check vendor, and we're actually launching our new applicant tracking system. So to kind of summarize that, when you went through the process to become a Liveops agent and you went to join Liveops and you went through the process of filling out the application and the background check and going through that whole process to join the nation, we received a lot of feedback from a lot of you about that being a clunky process, to be very transparent and honest. And that was a goal of ours at the end of last year, heading into 2017, was to improve that process for applicants coming through the system. So we've invested in a new background check provider. Some of you may be familiar with the company Checker. They work with other crowdsourcing companies like Uber and Lyft. And then we're also in the process of launching our new application tracking system called ISM. So this is going to provide a much better, much smoother, transparent process for all of you, or I should say all future agents who go through the application process. So that's a pretty significant moment for us as we turn on those new systems, as I said, effective tomorrow. Applicants can now talk to a talent acquisition individual. So again, feedback we've received from you over time was that you'd love to talk to somebody, especially when you're in the application process, or you want to talk to somebody here at Liveops. We've now hired folks to be able to take those calls. So it's not the postbox messages anymore. It's not leaving messages, getting caught up in the IVR. We actually have individuals who are going to answer the phone and answer your questions and solve your problems. So some of you may have already called into the Liveops number, and maybe you spoke to Autumn or some other individuals within that department, but we heard you loud and clear, and we've started that investment, and we expect to add more folks in this area as we go forward. Around interest in new opportunities, again, a lot of these initiatives are based on what we hear from all of you. That's what's important to us. We've got a new communication mechanism or channel launching August 1st that will give you the opportunity to express interest in new opportunities here at Liveops. So stay tuned there as we find ways to give you more opportunities for your home-based business. So more to come on that front. And then again, as we land this new business, Keith mentioned the significant progress and growth in our pipeline and in our new business acquisition. Focus here for us is making sure we extend those opportunities to the internal agents first, to all of you in Liveops Nation. We know you're looking for more opportunities to grow your business, so continue to check the opportunity dashboard in call center for those new opportunities coming up. We have some significant opportunities that you're going to see come onto the dashboard here, I would say in the next 4 to 6 weeks, we think that are going to make a lot of you pretty happy in terms of opportunity. Okay. Learning and launch around affinity certification. So third parties, we know it's a lot of you give us feedback on third party upsells. Some like it, some speak differently about those affinities, but either way, we know we need to give you better tools to improve your performance and give you the opportunity to earn more money as it relates to the affinity and the third party upsell. So we've just recently completed and redesigned our affinity certification. So this is rolling out. If you take direct response calls and you're accustomed to those third party upsells, we've invested in better tools and training to help you succeed and have, or I should say, just have more success in selling those third parties. And again, that's going to help make your business and our customers' business more successful. And then we're also in the process of designing and building out new soft skill courseware. So we do a lot of what we call program specific certification today for all of you. We know in order to help you do better and again, help your business succeed, we need to give you better tools in this area. And we're in the process of designing new curriculum around improving soft skills. So we've done a little bit so far. If you're on TriStar as one customer, you've probably seen some new courseware come out that has some soft skill focus in it. But know that there's a lot more on the way as it relates to better overall soft skill training for your business. Okay, Keith, back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. So we're talking about enriching the agent experience here. We've reworked the post box, a communication tool. So here's what's interesting. Our responsiveness in the past, I think, was abysmal. I took multiple days to get a response, and now we're at 9 hours or less. on a path to continually improve this. So hopefully you've seen this and feel this. And like I said, I think from my perspective, the 9-hour response time is still pretty slow, but it's a heck of a lot better than a couple of days. And we're going to keep getting better. This just shows that we're investing here and trying to make a better experience for you guys. The second thing that we have heard from you and have implemented some changes around. We used to be really great at giving negative feedback. In fact, that's all we gave. So we have changed that to make sure we're providing some kudos on the great work that you guys do. We recognize that you do, and we apologize for having been remiss there. But we've shared almost 5,500 kudos in the last 60 days, and I've got some agent email traffic as well, just saying, hey, thanks. This it really makes a difference in my day for someone to tell me we've done a job well done. So we're certainly happy to do that and glad we put this in place. We've also created a committee of agents. We're working on streamlining the scripts. This is something that we will be spending a lot more time in this quarter. So this quarter for us is July, August, September. And be expecting to hear some updates on how we're working to scale the process here of getting better on our scripts. And then we have a social collaboration tool that we'll share a little bit more on timing of this in the roadmap discussion, but we're trying to centralize this tool so that you have a better mechanism to collaborate, to reach out to your peers and be able to build those relationships, as well as interact with the employee population at Liveops. So let's skip on here to number 5, which is about growing your business. We, June 16th, the program that Greg had mentioned around TriStar was launched, and we have about 80 agents involved in that program, as you can see here. I've got a quote here from one of the agents that I think tells the story. The agent quote is, "Fantastic. After a brief one-on-one with my advocate, I got my mojo back and secured 3 affinities in a row. I can't wait to tell her the pep talk worked." So we're glad to see this is helping. We want to make sure that we give you the tools you need to be successful. We look forward to expanding this program. So more to follow here, but it is live and now being rolled out. Second, we have launched a tiered level pay for performance program. This is currently on Allstate and is a program that we're going to continue to evolve. So evolve, what does that mean? Evolve means we're going to roll it out to other programs where it's the right fit. And fit is about how it fits the economics of our end of the business, as well as how we're able to pay for those. Now, the Allstate program where we've rolled this out, where we have performance issues on particular metrics, we end up paying penalties. I'd rather pay that money to the agents than pay it back to Allstate in the form of penalties. That's the example of what I mean of where we've got to have the right mechanisms in place. But more to follow here. It seems to be working great on Allstate. Really appreciate the improved performance, which was already good. But I think this last quarter we found that there's 6 metrics that we tracked there. I think we fulfilled 4 of those. Only had to miss on 2, so a great improvement from where we were. The third point is around the Dream Team. So you may remember even back in December when we launched this. These are the teams of folks to help us launch our new customers, and we're expecting the pilot. The first Dream Team in late September, and I'm knocking on wood here because that launch date is consistent with one of our new customers, currently a prospect, so I'm not jinxing myself. I'm knocking on wood, Greg mentioned earlier. So we'll keep you updated here, but this is a pretty significant opportunity for us. I think it'd be a great opportunity for all of you as well, and a chance to get the Dream Team launched. So super excited about opportunities for you to operate differently within the nation to earn more and grow your own business.
All right, Rachel, if you just want to go ahead and put up all the the feedback. So right here, again, one of our goals and one of the things we want to do a better job at is listening to all of you in terms of what you need from us to make this a place you want to be and to help your business to succeed. And these are a few of the things that have come up and that are high on our radar in terms of things we need to improve. And in a minute here, I'll step you through how we're addressing these items. But we hear loud and clear, especially when we're out at the road shows. Hopefully, for those on the phone, we've had a chance to maybe meet in person this year. We've been in a lot of different cities so far. But these are some of the things that you come up to Keith or myself and you want to talk about, that you're passionate about. And we want to make sure that you realize this stuff comes back to the corporate office here in Arizona, and we spend a lot of time talking about how we're going to solve these problems, whether it's around technology, whether it's around making more money for your business, or some of the myths out there about how Liveops picks their favorites for new opportunities. Those kind of things we want to dispel and make sure you understand and have transparency to the process of how we manage this stuff and make sure that we're creating the best possible environment for all of you to succeed. You talk about more support from Liveops and other agents, and Keith just mentioned the advocate program that we're running right now on TriStar that's having a ton of success early, and we're looking forward to scaling that as we move forward. Or you talk about being stuck at your computer waiting for the schedule to roll out. Can we get a mobile scheduling tool? Absolutely. These are all things that are important to you and are important to us. So I'm going to step you through a roadmap, because one of the things, especially when we've been out meeting with all of you, we tell you about a lot of these things, but you want to know when, right? And that's the important stuff. You need us to set expectations for when you should see this stuff come to fruition and how are we going to address these problems and challenges. So I want to kind of step through a couple of the key areas. You can go ahead and put everything up here. For each of these areas. So we talk about visibility, the road shows. We get out there, we're meeting with all of you. We're going to share this roadmap each and every time, whether it's part of these quarterly all hands that we're doing like this, or whether it's out in the community when we're meeting with you in these different cities, sharing new clients coming on board, things we're doing to test. We're testing around utilization right now to try and improve your utilization and get you more calls. So we've had agents bring up, well, I'm seeing less commits available, but I'm getting more call volume when I'm logged in. One of the things we're trying to do is make sure that when you are logged in and you decide to dedicate your time for Liveops, that we're giving you the business that you're expecting and improving in that area. So driving better utilization for your business that's going to help your business succeed. So that's an important initiative right now in what we call our workforce management department. We talked about the advocate program that we're rolling out. The Dream Team, some of you may have heard about this. We are looking to pull together what we call a group of super agents to ensure successful launches. So I think all of you are aware a critical stage with a customer is in the early stage where you're launching, and we need to ensure we're coming out of the gate strong. So one of the programs we're going to be putting together, not only just to ensure customer success, but also to give you guys an opportunity to earn more compensation or to take on a new challenge within the nation, is to create what we call this Dream Team. And maybe that name changes down the road, but the concept is we're going to provide this opportunity to the nation so that you can become part of this team that helps ensure successful launches right out of the gate. So stay tuned for more information on the dashboard in the coming weeks, because this is something we're looking to roll out in the second half of 2017.
This is the same one that I mentioned in my slide around the end of September, if we're able to get this particular opportunity closed. So coming soon. The timing here is right on fall 2017.
Some of the other initiatives we're working on right now around the new agent experience is referral programs, so that we know bringing your friends and people you trust and think can have success in the community. That's one of our biggest talent acquisition mechanisms is through the referral channel. So again, we want to make sure that we're encouraging that and that we give you guys an opportunity to be rewarded for bringing in other talented agents like yourself. Other things we're working on, putting together welcome kits, talking about the new agent transition process rolling out. All of these things are processes that we're looking to refine and improve early on, so that we're giving you the best possible experience. So you're going to hear more about this. Maybe you've heard about some of this already, but as you go through the process of signing up for new programs or working with our certification team or our readiness team, you'll see a lot of these initiatives come to fruition here towards the second half or later half of 2017. When we look ahead, and obviously we're planning ahead as anyone would with a roadmap, when we look into 2018, one of the big initiatives for us too is rolling out, testing and rolling out a new community social tool. So maybe you're familiar with the term collaboration tool, a tool where all of you can interact together with other agents around earning badges, gamification, just improving the overall interaction within the nation. And there's a ton of technology out there.
Oh, I think we just lost sound there. Greg, we're not hearing you. I just want to make sure that, oh yes, it looks like their audio cut off, but that's okay. I can continue to talk a little bit about that social collaboration tool. It's something that we're very, very excited about because it'll give us a lot of opportunities for you to, like Greg said, connect with each other, to participate in social groups, and basically to have everything that relates to your Liveops business in one place. So it'd be a centralized hub for your business to do any number of things, get information. We see, you know, a lot of exciting things that come out of that. So we're scoping it out right now, and I know as you look at this roadmap, we're looking to hopefully have it rolling out at the beginning of the year, but it is something that's a very high priority for us because ultimately we want the best experience for all of you as agents. So, okay, I think we can move forward, and I'm going to continue to talk about, give me 1 second, I'm going to put this in presenter view. Hi, Rachel, I think you're back. But go ahead and mute because, yes, okay. So I'm going to talk about the agent engagement update now. And when I say agent engagement update, really what we're talking about here is community, the Liveops Nation community. So that's all of you. So I'm going to talk about a few things that we have going on. Coffee Talk with Me, the Roundup, our Own It 2017 promotions, of course, our Facebook group, and the Liveops Agent Roadshows. So first up, Coffee Talk with Me. Ultimately, I want to create a space for all of you to come and not only connect with me, connect with Rachel, team members from the agent engagement team, but also, and more importantly, to hold space for you all to talk to each other, share success stories, ask questions, share best practices, just get to know each other. Because we all know when you work remotely, like I do, like all of you do, you don't have that opportunity for that coffee talk, right? Or that water cooler chit chat. So I want to create that space where, you know, you can just come and chat. We can talk about all kinds of different things. It doesn't have to be related to specifically how to grow your business, or it can be. But really, I just want that environment open for you to create that connection so you have that with other people. So there are going to be multiple sessions during the week, probably 3 times a week. Again, you'll connect with other people, share successes, etc. Next, I want to talk about the Agent Engagement Roundup. So right now, we send this out every single month to let you all know what's been happening within the Liveops Nation community. And all of you participate in that, which I absolutely love. So it's a snapshot of different incentives that have been running throughout the month, and different fun promotions that we have. Especially one of the things that I love about it is the opportunity for your business to earn a commit forgive credits. I know that's something that comes up, and we do talk about that in the Q&A a little bit later on. But when your picture that you submit is featured for the month, your business earns a commit forgive credit. And so we've got 3 winners up here on the slide. We have agent Nicole and her family looking fabulous on Mother's Day. Another agent, Natalie, submitted this photo of her beautiful garden. And another agent, Angela, shared this pottery that she made, which is absolutely fantastic. I wish I was that creative. And then this number blows my mind. For the quarter, there was a total of $203,250 in incentives given out across the different programs that our agents support. And so this spans all of the clients that Liveops work with, that your businesses work to support. But what I love about this is it just goes to show the amount of money that is out there to be made by your business. So I'm really excited to share that with you. And speaking of incentives, I'm going to move on to the Own It 2017 promotions. So we announced this back in April, and these are promotions that go throughout the year. They are going through 2017, and you can see all the information about the Own It 2017 promotions in the Liveops Agent dashboard. You can see the criteria because we have monthly and quarterly promotions. You can see the winners. So we've got some of the winners, as you can see, listed up here. And then we have the also the amounts of money and prizes that people have been winning. So a total of $4,500 for 15 agents in the monthly performance for April, May, and June. Apple TVs, iPads, Amazon Echoes to 6 agents for different quarterly fun raffle. $9,000 total in travel vouchers to 3 agents for quarterly performance. And then $1,500 total to 3 agents in quarterly fun raffle. So a lot of opportunity there, a lot of money, a lot of fun prizes. And, you know, some of them are performance related, but some of them all you have to do is play along. So please check the dashboard and get involved. You know, there might be a prize out there with your name on it. Then, of course, we want to talk about Facebook. So I know we talked about this social collaboration tool, which we're so excited about, but I still want to make sure we have a community and a way to interact today while we're waiting for that to happen. So next, I'm going to be talking about the Liveops Agent Roadshows, and we began this private Facebook group to support that. So this Facebook group is called the Liveops Agent Roadshow Facebook group, and you can request to join. The only people in there are some employees from the company like me and Rachel, and other agents like yourself. And what I love about this group is that we talk about all the things that are coming down the pike in terms of the different roadshows, menu selections, just things that are really fun to be a part of. But it's grown. It's grown to a place where agents are asking each other for support with different questions or advice on different things. People are sharing pictures of their home offices. And again, it's another way for you to feel like you're a part of something else. Because I know for myself, working remotely, it sometimes can be tricky to feel like you're not out here on an island. So I want to make sure that there's space available for you to know that you are such a valued member of the Liveops Nation community. We have over 1,000 members in this group, and I want to invite all of you personally to come join, come chat with us. Rachel and I are posting in there all the time, so are other agents. And it's one of those things that you can be a part of the Liveops Nation community when you're not sitting at your desk in your home office taking calls. You can be doing it while you're in line at the bank and checking the page and checking in and seeing what everyone else has got going on. And then last but not least, the Liveops Agent Roadshows, which we are so, so thrilled about. So as you can see over here on the left, we've got the calendar. We are halfway there. Here we go. So we're halfway there for events. We've hit Phoenix, we've hit Houston, we've hit Columbus, we've hit Orlando, we've hit Dayton. And next week, a week from today, actually, we're going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina. So far, we've had 140 agents attend, and you can see a little bit of a collage of photos up there on the slide as well. And we are just absolutely thrilled with the turnout. The enthusiasm that we are all seeing when we're there, that agents have, that employees have, that all of us have, it's really, really inspiring, because what I'm seeing is agents connecting with each other, sharing best practices, getting help, carpooling there, and realizing that, you know, we're all so much alike. And agents specifically, all of you, you have colleagues out there that, you know, want to help you succeed and also have ideas, maybe something that you didn't even think of that you could be doing to take your business to the next level. And then, of course, there's open dialogue with us at Raleigh next week. Keith is going to be there. Sam, who's our head of strategy for the company, will be there. I will be there. And, you know, we love to get face time with all of you because, you know, you are such an important part to the work that we're doing every single day. And then, of course, the fun part, over $1,250 in raffle prizes, agent appreciation gifts are presented. So there's, you know, just a lot of different fun things happening at those events. And I would love for each and every one of you to come on out. If we're coming to a city near you, I hope you will come by. And we're going to keep this going into 2018. We're not going to hit the same cities every year. So if we're not near you this year, don't worry, we might be next year. And for those of you that have attended, thank you so, so much. And for the rest of you, I really hope we see you soon. So I'm going to throw this back now over to Keith and Greg, because we have some really fantastic agent contract anniversaries that we want to celebrate. So Rachel, I'm going to give it back to you. Okay, so you should have the controls back. Okay. It looks like we're still not getting any audio. So maybe what I can
Sarah,
do
can
is
you hear
maybe
me?
yeah, we can hear you now. There we go. You were muted there for a second. Okay. Why don't we, okay, so why don't we skip ahead through to that first anniversary slide, because I covered all of the engagement pieces.
Hey, Tara.
Yeah.
Derek, can you hear me? Hey, it's Greg.
Hey.
I apologize. We've been having some audio issues.
Do you want me to just keep going until we get to the Q&A?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I think we're on the anniversaries, and if I could just add a quick thank you. I want all the agents out there to know, especially those who've been with us quite a while, this is something to be extremely proud of. When we think about the call center space, and a lot of you have been agents, maybe just not here at Liveops, but at other BPOs, your tenure is extremely important and appreciated by everybody here at Liveops. It means a lot to our customers and our clients. So again, thank you, because this is a big differentiator for Liveops. When we sit down with our partners and they look at our performance and our business, they truly value the amount of time and effort all of you in the nation put into Liveops. It's a big difference for us compared to some of our competitors. So again, thanks for your time and your efforts, because it makes a big difference in helping your business and Liveops in general succeed. Thanks, Tara.
Absolutely. No, of course, my pleasure. So what you see there on the slide that's there right now are all those agents who had 5-year anniversaries this last quarter. And I mean, that's a lot of names. It's a lot of people that have been here, like Greg said, that's a long time in this industry. And we are so grateful that you choose to contract with us. Like Greg said, we know that there are a lot of companies out there, and we are just so grateful that you're here with us, and we want to do everything we can to continue to make this the place where you want to stay. And so these are all our 5 years, and we also have 7 10-year anniversaries. So wow to that. I mean, Darlitha, Gina, Teresa, Lorna, Joseph, Shelly, Annie. I mean, spectacular. 10 years. I'm blown away. And I know I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but thank you, because I don't think we could possibly say thank you enough. And now I want to talk about an agent award. So we wanted you to be a part of this more than anything else, because this is your meeting. And so we sent out message to all the different programs and said, who do you think the most helpful agents are in your program? And you voted, and the answers are in. So each of the people that are listed on this slide are all going to receive a $50 invoice adjustment as our way of saying, thank you so much for being so helpful and such an active, fantastic member of the Liveops Nation. So William for AAA, Sherry for AbbVie, Dawn for AbbVie, Lynn for Allstate. Lynn, who we met at the launch back in December. So double shout out to you, Lynn. Linda for AmTrust. Tyra, Home Choice Warranty. Randy, Direct Response. Randy, your name comes up all the time, and I know that you're so active in the forums, and I'm so happy that we're able to recognize you here publicly. Holly for Guest. Erin, Home Depot. Alicia for Hunk. Lisa for Licensed Insurance. Faye on PPL, and Joy for Pizza Hut. To every single one of you, thank you so much for making the Liveops Nation what it is, a community of people that want to help each other be successful so you can all work around your lives, which is what we all want for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we are going to move on to the Q&A section of our meeting. So we've got about 20 minutes left. And like I said at the beginning when I did the introduction, we asked all of you to submit your questions ahead of time. So Keith and Greg do have all that information handy. I believe. And I don't know, Greg, are you both going to come back on and talk through that, or do you want me to, if I can continue to do that if you'd prefer, you just let me know.
Yeah, Tara, I think Keith and I are both here, so can you hear us okay?
Okay, great. Yes, we can hear you now. So great. I'll hand it back to you two to handle the Q&A.
Okay, thanks, Tara. This is Keith, and also want to thank all the agents and congratulations on those that we're celebrating anniversaries for, and I hope that we're able to see many of you at the upcoming roadshows. So we literally have 46 questions here, and looks like 18 minutes. So we're going to try to provide thoughtful answers that I shared. We will get the answers to these questions and answers published so that we have got a comprehensive list for you, but we'll get through what we can. The first question on the list is, why is it so hard to get commits? So I've been around this business since January with Liveops, and I've been hearing this question. Part of it, of course, is that summer's slower than the rest of the year, particularly in DR. I think most folks on this call know that. We're also, as we've talked about, adding more business, and we're seeing that come together. But I'd also tell you that we've introduced a new metric that we use in our own internal dashboards that help us understand what's the number of commits that are available for any period of time, and what's the available pool of agents. And the ratio of those two things tells us whether we have too few commits or too many agents, depending on your point of view. Lots of times, the commits are out of our control for any particular customer, because on DR, as you know, it's based on media spend. On the enterprise, it depends on lots of times seasonality, but other factors as well. So a bit hard to predict. But what we're trying to do with this new metric is know when we have created the problem. And so that at least gives us better visibility and something they should be able to see an improvement around. I sure hope so, because I know because this question keeps coming up that we're not solving it for you. That bothers me, so we'll keep working on it. But that's what's underway there.
And then a question also as it relates to commits is around commit forgiveness, especially when you have extenuating circumstances, whether it could be accident, sickness, et cetera, things pop up. We get that everyday life happens, and we know that these things happen. So first up, you should always reach out to your program team, whether it's your CSR or program manager or program specialist. If you do have those types of situations, talk to your program team and let them know what's going on. I would say that's probably a good first step. And then just to make sure everybody remembers, you're allowed to miss 5 commits and still have a 90% commit percentage, which doesn't impact your ranking or your ability to receive calls. So again, we do provide some forgiveness in there, knowing that things are going to happen. But at the same time, if you put yourself in the customer's shoes or our shoes, their expectation is that we're here to answer their calls and take care of their customers. So we have to find that fine balance between both, and we feel like we're getting better at that, but there's always room for improvement here. But I would say just communicate with us, let us know what's going on, and we're always willing to work with folks. And I think if you talk to some of your teammates out there in the nation, you'll see that we tend to try to be as lenient as possible when it comes to things happening.
Okay, thanks, Greg. Next question, can we get a MEG during periods of low call volume? And the MEG is the minimum earnings guarantee. These periods of low call volume are really upsetting to me, and I'm sorry that this happens. So in some cases, unfortunately, we will likely continue to have instances where this happens, but we're actively working on our contract structure so that not only do we have overall minimums for particular periods of time, like per quarter or per year, but that we also have the ability to structure this so that when we sign up for a number of commits based on the volumes that they share with us, that they want us to be able to cover, that they have some financial liability around those if the phones aren't ringing. So we are making progress on that front, although it's going to take us a while to get it solved across the business. But I think we owe you a better answer and certainly regular updates. So let us continue to work on that.
Great. Next question was around when can we expect call volume to improve? The $1 million question, and I'll provide a couple of different answers to this question. Just if you look at historicals or seasonality within our business, and you've been with us for a while, you'll know that volume starts to pick up as we exit the summer months and head into Q4, which tends to be one of our busiest times of the year. So you will see volume start to pick up. I'll speak to a couple of the specific examples, and maybe this impacts your business today, but if you're on PPL, you've probably seen a huge increase in calls in the state of New Jersey. If you support the state of New Jersey, which is our latest launch with PPL, a partner with us for over 5 years, close to 6 years. If you're on Honk, as Keith mentioned early in the All Hands, Honk is another large customer that continues to grow significantly and will continue to grow. So if you're on Honk, great, you're probably seeing a lot of volume. If you're not, then you find out if that's an opportunity that might be right for your business as we continue to source for more or look for more agents to support that business. And there are other new launches coming up. We have a new warranty customer, True Auto, that's going to be launching here in August. So you'll see volume start to pick up there. So we are starting to see some of our larger customers increase in terms of call volume. And if you're on the Allstate line, you know this is a busy time of year when it comes to cat season and supporting Allstate in the FNOL line. So we need everybody to be prepared in the event that there are some cat events, and Allstate's going to look to us to help support their customers. So you'll continue to see volume increase overall, especially, as I said, as we head into Q4 and get out of the summer months.
Okay, there's a few questions around technology. Let me merge a couple of them together here. One is, will IT support be available and built out more, and possibly to include live tech help? And then secondarily related to Java, and when is that crazy problem going to go away? So the good news is we now have Mike is on board full time. He provides agent IT support. I spoke with him this morning. He has nearly 800 tickets that he's been working on over the last, I don't know, what has he been around for, a month or so. And so he's here to help. I've seen some feedback from agents directly that experience has largely been overwhelmingly positive. So we're super excited to have him here, and we're going to continue to work to make it better. One of the things that this lets us do in this ticket tracking system is know what are the issues and with what frequency, and gives us a way to prioritize these. So guess what? Out of the 700 or 800 tickets he's received, 97% are this Java issue. This makes me nearly crazy that you guys are experiencing this, continue experiencing, because I know that this has been a topic for really, you know,
We're losing you a little bit, Keith. You're breaking up. We're not able to hear as well. I think there might be something getting a little wonky with the audio on your end in Scottsdale.
Okay, is this any better? Well, a number of different things, but the net is, if they're not going to fix it for us, I've authorized us to spend the $250,000 it's going to cost on our end to put a VDI solution in place so that this issue goes away for you. So one way or the other, in Q4, you should see a solution to this problem. I apologize for it still being in place.
Also, one roadshows lately is, when will we get more transparency in the process of opting into new opportunities? We are in the process, as I mentioned earlier, we're launching a new applicant tracking system for both new applicants and existing agents applying for new opportunities. So part of this new system is going to, as I said, allow not just new applicants, but existing agents to go in and see new opportunities that are available. So again, part of what we're upgrading to in terms of the new software is better transparency, better tools that we feel will better support your business. You'll also be able to see confirmation that your application was received and updates throughout the process about where you are. That's another question we tend to get a lot, is just getting regular updates on where you're at in the process. And again, the investments we're making in the new technology that launches tomorrow, and also just in our process, will give you better transparency throughout the different steps in the process. So we're excited for that to launch tomorrow. And for those who are going to have access to it, we're definitely looking forward to feedback from all of you on your interactions with the new tools that we're putting out there. So we're going to be excited to hear from all of you on how it's working for you, how it's supporting your business, for those who will be leveraging the new technology. Hopefully that's all of you.
Okay, also related to new programs, I'll cover a couple questions here together. Why do we sometimes opt into a new program, get invited, sign the SOW, and then get told that there isn't room for us anymore? So that's certainly frustrating. I can appreciate that. Our goal is to make sure that you as agents receive an invite, have the best possible chance for success. But unfortunately, as you know, opting in clearly isn't meaning that we're going to guarantee that you're included in the program. I think the thing that we should be doing a better job on our side is around making sure that we have contractual commitments on volumes from customers, because that is what is driving the number of agents that we're bringing to bear to work on that particular initiative. And so we've got some steps here on our end that can make this a better process for you, and I hope that you see that less and less in the future. The gap between the actual volumes and the minimums is actually, we've done a really good job in new contracts to shrink that in the past. Either the minimums didn't exist or a small fraction of what we actually expected to see. The second is around why our long-term agents, so folks that have been around with Liveops for a long time, are given preference for these new opportunities. And I think the answer should be that we agree. It seems frustrating. You've been around for a long time. You think there's an opportunity that's a fit. I think the challenge that we need to continue to work with you on is that, our customers are looking for a very specific type of agent for these new opportunities, of course. And so what we need to be able to do is make sure that it's a fit for your profile and your preferences and your skills. And so we're going to continue to work to make sure that that we're able to support you in that effort as well.
Questions around compensation, which again we know are very important to you. One of the questions was, will Liveops add a tiered system to allow top performing agents to earn more? And I think we've touched on that a few times today and talked about some of the different testing we're doing with Allstate. We've talked about the Dream Team concept and team that's going to be launching here in the second half of 2017. That's going to provide more opportunity from a compensation standpoint. So we're absolutely looking for ways to provide additional tiers or compensation opportunities, maybe at a higher level for the nation. So yes, we are working on that. We've done a couple of things so far, and as Keith mentioned earlier too, around Allstate, that was one of the first programs we've tested some of this new incentive-based compensation testing on. So Allstate's the first customers. We have a bunch of customers right behind Allstate that we want to do some testing on to give the nation more opportunities to earn more compensation. So yes, lots in the works in this area.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really important point. It's something that we continue to hear as well. And I think we've got some programs, as Greg just described and we talked about earlier, that are in different phases of planning, and others are in different phases of launch and are actually live. So I'm encouraged about that, including, it's kind of related to this question, will we ever have a referral program where we get paid to refer agents? And as Tara shared earlier, the answer is yes. We're in the process of launching that. I think we said in the roadmap slide from Greg that that's happening in by the end of 2017. We look forward to getting that rolled out to invite your friends into the nation as well.
Questions around feedback and compliance events. One question we get, or we tend to get regularly, is will the auditing agents, so the auditors out there in the nation, be placed under more scrutiny so that we don't keep receiving unwarranted CVs? Very valid question. and absolutely agree. We need to make sure that not only are we auditing all of your calls, but we're auditing our auditors' work. And that's something that we're working on now in terms of having our auditing team built process around auditing our auditors. So yes, that's something we've done in the past, but it's something we need to increase our efforts around to make sure that our auditors are doing a great job and making sure that you're only receiving CE events for warranted events and not receiving them if they're not applicable. So yes, that is something we do, and we're going to be doing more of in terms of making sure we're checking our auditors.
Let's see, you also got a question around why does it take so long to make simple changes to scripts, such as subject verb agreement, awkward wording, and adding things to the FAQ. I totally agree. One of the biggest limiters here is client approval. And you would think that when you've got simple stuff like subject verb agreement, you could get those changed immediately. Unfortunately, lots of times these still end up needing to go to legal, and it tends to be on the customer side. We should actually, it's a good thing we should make a note of in our contracts that we expect an SLA for script changes that's real time, or gives us the flexibility to change some of these kinds of things. I think you also heard in one of the prior topic areas today is that we do have a team gathering to help us with script feedback and improvement to the process. But I think it's a good thing that we should be including in the structure with our contracts, in the contracts with our customers as well.
So one question we get, and we kind of bucketed this in the miscellaneous, but we tend to get this regularly too, is how can we work multiple lines? Or this is a question we get from all of you in the nation. How can we work multiple lines but keep our stats high enough in all the different lines that we still get commits and calls? And this is an interesting one because we do have a lot of agent success stories in terms of how they've been able to manage this and manage their business in a way that allows them to drive success across multiple lines. And that's, I think, part of, not to put this back on the nation, but part of being an agent and figuring out how many lines can you successfully handle and meet customer requirements so that you're happy with the customers you support, but also achieving the KPIs or the customer metrics that we need to hit to make our customers successful. Part of it is, we know some agents through trial and error have signed up for multiple programs and then have maybe released some programs because they know that they can only handle X amount, maybe 2 or 3 versus 4 or 5. So we know that from talking to agents, part of it is trial and error, just figuring out how many customers can I support and be successful on based on the requirements of the program. So not to put it back on the agents, but I think this is a good one actually for all of you in the nation to talk to other agents and ask them how have they had success. And this is one of the reasons we're doing things like the Advocate program, because we want to encourage collaboration amongst all of you. You're out there every day building your businesses, and who better to give you advice than another member of the nation? So this is one where I would encourage you to talk to some of your peers in the nation and ask them how do they have success on multiple lines at the same time.
Hey, Tara, I think that runs us up right against the clock, and there's obviously a number of questions. So we'll let you take it over from here.
Okay, great. So for everyone, if you submitted a question that didn't get answered, I can make sure that we get all of this out with all of the written questions. We'll make sure you get answers as well. And I'll send them out to everyone because I don't want anyone to think that your question was overlooked because we do have answers for everything that you asked. And so I apologize, we went a little bit over. So just to wrap up, a few reminders. Our next quarterly Agent All Hands meeting is already scheduled for Tuesday, October 17th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So please save the date, put it in your calendar. We hope to see you there. Again, I already mentioned this, but a recording of this meeting will be sent out to all agents. And most importantly, thank you so much for your time today, for attending, for submitting questions, for being a part of the Liveops Nation. We're so grateful to have you. We're grateful for everything that you do for your clients, for our company, and of course, for your own businesses. We wish you all a wonderful, wonderful, lucrative rest of the day and week, and we will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.